Ladies and gentlemen of Knucklehead Nation, I'm here with a guy who's now a Fighters Rep veteran. I'm very proud to say, going into his second Fighters Rep bout right there on your screen, none other than David Dynamite Pacheco. David, first and foremost, brother. I mean, we got so much to talk about since that last event, but
Yeah, of
first and
course.
foremost, how are you doing, man?
Man, I'm doing great, Life's beautiful, I'm enjoying it, training, working out, going to work, enjoying football on Sundays, life's great.
I love to hear it,
Can't
man.
complain
Yeah.
right now. I'm happy. I'm happy. I'm in a good place. So, yeah. The best place to be, in a fight camp.
I love that. I like to hear that. And you're all decked out in the Chargers,
Oh,
drobe.
yeah, of course. Yep, it's week 18, right? We have that extra week of football they added this season and it's a big week. They got to win. They're playing Raiders, and winner goes to the playoffs. So it's a big deal tonight. I'm excited. I'm so hyped. Yeah, I've been hyped all week.
And I gotta ask you why excuse me, why the Chargers? Why not why not another team?
I just when they were in San Diego growing up, my parents would take me to Charger games because they were so close, and just they weren't really necessarily Charger fans. We kind of just fell in love with the
Got you.
Chargers, going to the games, and they always sucked. They're always trash, and that's why I'm the most loyalist Charger fan because I've been going since I was a kid, and I liked them when they sucked, and I mean they still do kind of suck, for the most part. They're doing good this year. They're doing great this year. Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong,
yeah.
but they've had their bad years my whole life, and I'll always be
Well,
loyal to
I
them.
I know how
Definitely.
it is as a Miami fan, so we'll just leave it at
Oh
that.
yeah, you pick your team, you got to stick to them.
That's it, brother. So, David, we've obviously got you on the show because you've signed the dotted line to fight on February 18th versus a very tough Darren Smith. Um, your last performance though was just, I mean, I don't know what else to say other than it might have been one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. And I've watched a lot of
Nice, right on.
fights. I've watched a lot of fights.
Yeah.
Um, so I just,
I amazed myself that night to tell you the truth. So,
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
So
I've never been faced with that type of adversity, early on in a fight and, you know, just I don't the drive and the I've had my whole life, the whole just mental toughness I've had my whole life, just carried me through that definitely, and the hard
yeah,
work that I put into this over the last what 13, 14 years I've been training, you know.
yeah.
So yeah, confident, definitely confident in myself, even more so now, you
My
know.
God. I mean, my God. I think you're probably the only person that can't die from COVID after watching you fight.
Yeah, no, that ain't gonna take me out for
Jesus,
sure ever, right?
Jesus, man.
Nothing is.
So,
I'm going till I'm 90, 95 probably.
first, so we're talking to you because you have signed the dotted line. It is a title fight. It's a Fighters Rep title fight. Something I'm very excited about. It's going to be for a Fighters Rep
Yes.
state title. Now, the other guy holding the national title close to that division, it'll eventually be the same division as Justin Moss. So, I'm thinking this is a great setup fight for the winner to eventually fight Justin Moss for the national title. But, you've signed on to fight Darren Smith. It's a very tough fight. I love this fight. And
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, though, I wanted to ask you first before we get into that about that last fight. I mean, it was it was a shock to my system, right? Because we conducted that interview with you at the weigh-in, where you said you were
Uh-huh.
willing to leave every ounce and everything in the ring, and you were gonna fight with all your heart and all your soul.
Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
it was
sir.
just such an incredible like prediction. It was like a prophecy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Kind of tell me, looking back, how you felt about the entire thing. I mean, because again, for those that didn't watch it, you can watch the fight right here on the channel. David Pacheco said, "I'm going to leave everything in there," and had to actually leave everything in there to win that fight.
Yep. Um, I just like I said, that's how I carry myself, throughout my whole life, everyday life. Just Yeah, I will give everything my all no matter what I do, in life. And yeah, I don't know. Well, that's the type of person that I am,
Yeah.
Um, is
I mean, did
yeah.
something lead for to you to become that way? I mean, because I ask because this wasn't like a regular display of courage or resilience or strength. I mean, this was borderline superhuman level stuff that I saw, David. I mean, I'm sitting there ringside, and after Andrew Wynn caught you with that big left cross in the very first round.
About 30 seconds in, yeah, it was 30 seconds
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Very excuse me, very first round, he caught you with that massive left cross, and I said to myself, upon your reaction, I said to myself, "Oh, this is over. This is
Yeah.
over. This
It
is
looked
it."
it looked bad. It felt bad too. All of my people too that were watching in there too, they're like, "Oh yeah, it looked bad. We were pretty scared." And I was a little, I wasn't, "Oh shit, I'm fine. I'm fine." No, I knew I was hurt definitely, and I just
Yeah.
know, just make sure I'm moving my head, try and move my feet, try and come back, and you got this. And as the seconds were going, I could felt myself coming back, and as soon as, felt a little better, I was like, all right, I'm good now. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
And
And
yeah, I got this
that
now.
wasn't the only big shot he hit you with, and it certainly wasn't the only big shot you hit
Yeah.
him with in that fight as well.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I could take a punch, definitely. Well, like I said, I'm a big football fan because I've played football my
I
whole life,
see,
and
I
I
see.
truly think I was a hitter,
Yeah, yeah.
and I think that really made my head a little extra hard or something, I don't know.
You may be the only person whose head's gotten stronger from taking
Yeah,
blows.
from that, right? Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
David, I mean, again, I was sitting ringside, right, and I'm talking to you as a fan at this point. I mean, I'm not even. I was sitting there ringside, and I see you get dropped by that left hand, and I see your reaction, I see your face, and the first thing that comes to mind, I told somebody else this, was in the Bloodsport movie with Van Damme when he got sprayed in the eyes by that by that
Yeah.
mist.
That's a classic scene.
Right,
Yeah.
right. I
Uh-huh. I know what
I
you're
said
talking
I
about.
said, "Oh my God, that's what David Pacheco looks like right now." It's over in the first round. This is horrible. I was hoping for a better fight, and you get
Yeah.
up and you show me again. Really, David. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. I mean, that's got to be one of the best fights I've ever watched. Can I ask you? Have you ever been in a fight that was that kind of back and forth, drag out, dramatic?
Yeah, not necessarily as that intense of a level of
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and forth, but I mean, I've definitely been in my
yeah.
wars, Yeah, definitely. Um, yeah, as an amateur, yeah,
Wow,
definitely, yeah.
wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah. So I'm used to it. I mean, that's where that experience comes from. If I really sit there and think about it, it's like, yeah, I've been in deep waters before, and a couple of times I did not
Yeah.
come out of those deep waters. So
And
that's, yeah. I never really even thought about it like that. I start thinking about, because I have quite a bit of fight, since I was
right,
19
right.
years old, from the smoker days through the amateur days. And honestly, sometimes you kind of forget about oh shit, yeah, I did do that fight. Yeah, okay. Like, you see an opponent or someone, it's like, oh yeah, I fought him a while ago, right? Yeah. So yeah, I never really thought about it like that. But yeah, I've been in those deep waters
Yeah.
before, and I drowned. I drowned a couple times actually. So that's where that
Yeah. I mean,
experience helped me
for
out.
me,
Yeah,
David, it was like Mickey
makes
Ward
sense.
Gotti, man. He hurt you. You hurt him. He hurt you. You knocked him through the ropes. He gets back up. I was just, I lost my mind
Yeah.
that day. I lost my voice. And I think everybody in the audience, I mean, I really think you leveled up the entire sport that night for everybody.
Oh yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that. And that's really all I want to do at the end of the day. I have so much passion for this sport now. It's a part of me. It'll never be out of my life for as long as I live now. Whether, I'm a fighter or I'm a trainer after, or I got my kids fighting,
Right,
when I
right,
have my
right.
children. So it's definitely that's something that I just want to leave some type of stamp in the
I think you
legacy of this
definitely have. Now, David,
sport.
can I ask you, has anybody approached you about this fight? Like, what were your family and friends kind of reviews about the fight?
Oh yeah, everyone was going crazy over it. The funny thing was that next day, because the fight was on a Friday, so the next day my brother had his
Wow,
first child,
wow.
first baby boy, and so we had a big baby shower that day. And that was another little thing too. Like it tends to happen like that. I fight and something happens there the next weekend where I'm going to see a lot of family and a lot of
Yeah,
people. So just a little extra motivation and to have, training and preparing for the fights. But anyways, yeah, the next day I went to a baby shower, my brother's baby shower, my godson that I'm going to be baptizing soon, and it was nice. It was nice being around family. Everyone watched it, everyone watched it live or they're on the YouTube channel, and everyone was like, I don't know how you got up. I don't know man, I thought you were done. Like it was, and that's always one of the beauties about the sport too. And the next day or the following days, you're talking to your family about it
yeah,
or
yeah.
whatever, or friends, and they're so excited, they're so happy, and the sport has its ups and downs too. The next day on those downs,
Right, right,
everyone's
right,
sad. Everyone's like sadder than
right,
me.
right.
I'm like, but I won't let
And
that
is
happen.
this the brother that I
Anyways.
got to meet at the show, the really big guy? I mean, that's that.
Yes, I think we people say we look pretty alike, almost identical.
He's
He's
a
just he's
big
just a lot
guy. That is
bigger
a
than
big
me.
guy.
Just a bigger version of me. Like we have
Right,
the same
right,
facial
right.
features and everything like that. He's just got a bigger head, bigger body, taller, like thicker, handsome,
He never he never had any
But
interest in getting in the ring because he looks like a monster, my man.
He was actually, I come from a football family. This football stuff's gonna be coming
Yeah,
out all
yeah,
day as
yeah.
we talk, George. I come from a football family. I played since I was 7, 8 years old. Same thing with him. He played college football. He used to be he
Wow.
played Division 1 college football at Fresno State. Played as a true freshman and all that. Played with some good NFL players that are in the league, now, and come from that football family. But he used to be a 300-pound
Yeah.
guy. He was big. He's a good 225, 230 now. But he trains. Let's go back. He's trained with me since I started, kickboxing. But he kind of fell more towards jiu-jitsu. He's a
Ah,
purple
okay.
belt in jiu-jitsu, and he grinds out. He's big on grappling. Some people are afraid to
Yeah.
get punched in the face. So that's what the nah. Just joking, just joking. I love that
He
jiu-jitsu
is. I
too.
mean,
Don't
he
get me
was an
wrong.
absolute
But
specimen when I saw him. So, good genetics definitely
yeah,
running.
yeah. We're athletes. My family are athletes, and we compete, and that's just the drive
For
that,
sure,
that
for sure.
what
Now,
we
one more
are.
thing about that last fight, David. I gotta ask you, man. What is your opinion of Andrew Wynn now after having fought him twice and gone through that
Oh,
fight?
I respected him before, and that my respect for him probably times 100 times more. That guy is a like the announcer said it perfectly. Like David's hitting this, they're hitting each other, and they're wondering why. Like, why are they not going down? I was thinking that in the fight. I'm like, man, I'm fucking hitting this guy hard, and he's just not stopping. And like I'm giving it my all. I'm
Yeah,
exploding as
yeah,
hard as I can. You're gonna get a little fatigue. I tell my family, I work hard, I train hard, but I'm gonna fight hard, and I might get a little fatigue, but I prepare for that. That's why
yeah.
you train. I'm giving it my all. But yeah, I was hitting them hard. I'm like, whew, man, okay, let me reset my stamina gauge. Like, man, why is this guy not going down? I don't get it. Like, I hit guys
Right,
hard and
right,
they've went
right.
down before. The guy's a tough guy, nothing but respect. And he hit me hard too. There's sometimes I have a great poker face. He hits me hard, and I'm like, ooh, okay, let me reset real quick, And
And
he's a
you
tough guy. Great fighter, obviously. My arms the next day from him kicking my arms and my body so much, like I couldn't even lift up my fork to eat
wow,
my
man.
food. The next day I'm like, I couldn't like grab, you couldn't grip. I was like, yeah, nothing
Wow,
but
man.
respect,
Wow,
man.
wow. And
Definitely.
David, one thing I noticed about your style is you just come forward, man. I mean, he was hitting you with
Yeah.
some shots, but it was just like there was no taking a step backwards with you, man.
Yeah, I kind of don't believe in that. And that's kind of been my downfall over the years is, my coaching in the past, has, not so forward, stop getting hit
Yeah.
so much, like angle, move, use your feet more. And this camp, we really, really focused on that, just having, my footwork, right distancing, angling, things like that. Like, are just the little keys, those little details that make a huge difference. You know what I mean? Fighting's not that complicated. It's basic. A
Yeah.
jab
Yeah.
across, a
Yeah.
hook. Your roundhouse kicks, but ultimately it's your feet, your footwork. Your fight stance. How are you going to move? How are you going to respond? You can only
For
respond if you have
sure.
good feet. Your feet suck. So that's something that I'm just trying to
For sure.
perfect.
For sure. So
Now.
you're going up
These
against
days.
Darren Smith. He's also a very experienced veteran.
Yes, a lot of experience. We're all tough guys in this sport. Everyone's. This is this sport is the breed in this sport. You know what I mean? I have respect for everybody that gets in this ring. And I will take everyone seriously. And you know, he has will, like I have will. I understand that, and that's what makes it beautiful. Like and I love it. It'll be fun. Regardless of the outcome. I'm definitely confident in myself. I'm not saying that, but regardless of the outcome, I know. Like I said, I'm gonna give it my all. Like everything's gonna be thrown in that ring that night, and regardless of the outcome, which I'm confident in the outcome, but I will be happy regardless because it's such a
And,
beautiful sport.
and this is a great
Beautiful
fight,
thing,
man. I
and
mean, Darren's got over. Yeah, I
oh
mean,
yeah, it's a good matchup. It's a good matchup. I know we're gonna be throwing some bombs in there again. It's gonna be the same thing all over again that just happened. What was that? November 5th, right?
yeah,
It's gonna be the same thing all over again. That's
yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. I love it. I love it. That's fun. That's fucking fun. That's how I want fights to be.
For
That's how
sure,
all
for
fights
sure.
should
And
be.
again, Darren, like
You know.
30 plus fights. He's got some kickback. He's got some boxing experience, rather.
Yes.
Also some Muay Thai experience. Um, oh,
Well, trains at a good gym. I know the
yeah,
gym. A
yeah.
lot of good fighters out of that gym, and then yeah, good coaching. I know their coaches there, and yeah, nothing but respect. And of course, nothing but respect. But it's fun. Just let's do it now. Go to camp, put in the work, and let's have fun on February
David, what
18th. It's
can
gonna
we
be a
expect from
blast.
you against Darren Smith with a title on the line for 5 rounds on February 18th? I
I
mean,
mean,
I think we're all going to have
what?
to get mentally prepared for this one.
Yeah, yeah. Just what you could expect is definitely a better version of me than what you saw on November 5th. I was, maybe I don't know if we have Dragon Ball Z fans out there, but I was Super Saiyan 1 then. Like I'm Super Saiyan 2 right now, and by the fight, I'm gonna be leveled up to
I
Super
love
Saiyan
it. I
3.
love it.
Definitely all ripped up, shredded. I might even bleach
Oh
my hair.
shit!
Make it all bleached. No, I won't go that far, but that's truly do how I feel. I totally leveled up from that fight. I've watched this last fight so many times, and just pointing out little mistakes, little things that I do wrong, and I'm like, dude, why do I do this? Why do I do that? Stop doing that. And what I do, and I go to the gym. When I train, I really implement what I didn't like or what I did like too in that last fight, and that's just truly like how I level up. That's experience. Each fight. So what I could guarantee you this next one is just a leveled up David Pacheco. Way better, crisper, sharper, better technique, and the same amount of confidence that I'll
And we
always
can't
have.
wait to
So
watch it. And of course, you've got Coach Jason Caldwell.
I can't wait to do it. Yeah, but yeah, of course, yeah, Jason Truth Caldwell. He was banged it back in the day. He has a lot, experience, and he's trained with a lot of good fighters, pioneers of the sport, Kevin Ross, his first
Hmm.
coach, Mark Henna, and it's just, I'm very grateful and fortunate to have him in my corner, because he teaches, we're still learning. I'm learning. He's teaching me a lot. He's pushing me, it's good stuff. I love
Absolutely.
it.
He seems like he's doing a fantastic job with you. And we've not only got you, but we've got
Yeah.
multiple guys from Blackbeard
Oh,
Kickboxing on
yeah.
this upcoming card.
I almost forgot about that. We have quite a few. He's gonna have his hands full that night, but it's cool. I love it when we do it like that, because all of my teammates, we're all
Right,
grinding and
right.
working hard together, I'm holding them to a high standard, and I'm expecting them to hold me to a high standard, and we're all doing it together. And I feel like, that's when you get good results, definitely. So we'll be ready. We'll all be ready. We're all putting in the work, and we're all excited too. All my guys that I train with, the guys that are on the card, they're all super excited and want to do this. They want
Especially,
it,
I'm
and
sure, especially after
we'll show
watching the way
out.
you fought in that last fight.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Whenever you get one of your teammates fight, it gets you so motivated. Any of my teammates fight, IFS, wherever, and then I watch, and after I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to
For
fight.
sure,
I'm
for sure.
excited.
So
So
David, so for all
we'll
the
be ready.
fans out there, that maybe didn't get a chance to watch you fight last time, even for the ones that did, why should people buy tickets to Fighters Rep 12 on February 18th or join the channel to watch the live stream? Why should people come out to watch David Pacheco versus Darren Smith on February 18th?
If you want to watch it, either way, in person or on the channel, it's going to be exciting, guaranteed excitement and fireworks. Just like I said last time. And I'd like to say, I'm a man of my word. I keep my word. Especially when it comes to this. So I mean, if you want to see the little, highlights or watch my last fight from November 5th, it's gonna, pretty much be along this. If that's something that interests you and it excites you, you watching those type of fights, then that's what you're gonna get again. So it's
David,
guaranteed.
man, I really appreciate
Mm.
your time. Is there anyone you want to shout out, sponsors, supporters, before we let you go here today?
Yeah, of course, I got that Trident fight gear. They've got some good quality stuff. They sent me, some equipment from this last fight. And Marcos over there at Trident. I really appreciate that. Um, those gloves, good quality, man. Like super good quality. Also just my team too, Blackbeard Kickboxing. He actually, my coach, he has a meal prep business, Blackbeard Galley, and he sponsors me with all those meal preps, man. So that's a beautiful weight cut this
Yeah, yeah.
last camp, got all the weight off, like the water cut, everything was perfect, and honestly, my nutrition was good, my energy levels were good, and it was all had that meal plan, nutrition plan, so I got to be thankful for that, and of course my family. I'm a big family guy, my girlfriend, my parents, my brother that you met, my little sister, my grandparents, love them all. Everyone, they support me. They've supported me this whole time from the beginning, and they'll
We
always have
love
my
it,
back,
David, and we can't
So,
wait. Go ahead, go ahead.
oh yeah, wait. One more. Ed Revis. He's your matchmaker now. That's my cousin. He's like my big brother, and he's honestly, like I told you, we've been trying to do this Skype call a couple times now, and I've flaked. I'm sorry for that. You know what I mean? I'm kind of all over the place, and my cousin Ed Revis is. If I didn't have him, one, I wouldn't be fighting. I wouldn't even have found this. But two, I probably wouldn't even make it to weigh-ins or fight day if it wasn't for him. There's so many times he's came in my hotel room knocking, "Wake up! We gotta like check into
Yeah,
like an
yeah,
hour.
yeah.
What are you doing? You're still sleeping." Like just like, so he's always been on me, and very grateful for him. Good guy. He's
Oh,
gonna get
for
some
sure.
good
Well,
matchups for
he's
you,
he's
George. He's
not
gonna be
our matchmaker per se, but we are definitely.
per se, but I know he's got
Yeah,
some
yeah, yeah.
he's
We're
got
gonna be
some names, right?
working.
He throws in. He knows
Yeah,
a
yeah. We're
lot
gonna
of
be working.
people, right? Yeah, a lot of
Yeah, we're gonna
fighters.
be
He
working a
does his
lot
homework.
together. I mean, because he's also got other stuff going on with other promotions. I would have.
Everyone's
Yeah,
trying to
I
steal
wouldn't
him for
mind.
some. He loves it too. He
Yeah,
loves it.
I wouldn't mind having him to myself,
Yeah,
but he's
good
definitely
guy.
he's a well schooled guy and he's got a lot of connections and I just love working with you guys,
Yeah,
with him, with you, and I really look forward to it. And I know this is going to be another incredible fight. I think with the title on the line, and and 5 rounds. My
100%.
goodness.
Oh man, that's just so much, savory flavor to add to it, to the training camp and just the whole process to it, so much more fire
For
underneath
sure,
me,
for sure.
inside me. So can't wait. I'm so excited. Can't wait. Thank you, George. I appreciate the opportunity to. Great promotion, taking care of me. One of the one of the better promotions out here,
Thank you,
definitely
man. That
for
means a
sure.
lot, man. That means
Like
a lot.
uh, honestly, probably the best I've ever
Wow,
been
man.
treated.
Thank you,
But I don't
thank
want
you.
to. Thank you. I
This is a
appreciate
very
that.
thankless job. Let me tell you, to hear something like that, that goes a long way. I really appreciate that, David.
Yeah, no, I understand that. You need some recognition too.
Thank you.
So
And I
I
look forward
got
to
you.
only making this better and of higher quality, and just to treat you guys better every time. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
definitely, yeah. We're on the right. I could see it. We're on the right
For sure.
road. Definitely.
One more favor I'm gonna
Something
ask from
great.
you, David. Where can the fans follow you? And then after that, tell them to subscribe to Knucklehead Nation below.
Follow me as far as
Yes,
like social
sir.
media. Yeah, I got my Dave underscore PATT, Dave Pat. That's my Instagram handle. That's I'm usually not big on the social media. I sometimes, but yeah, I enjoy the followers. Please appreciate that. Oh, PATT, that stands for party all the time too. You know what I mean? Because I like to party. Dave Pat, but and Knucklehead Nation, man, I love you guys. Subscribe to this channel, man. You want to see some good fights? They're gonna put my fights up all the time. There's gonna be a lot more to come. So let's get those subscribers up,
I love it,
Knuckleheads.
ladies and gentlemen. David Pacheco representing for Blackbeard Kickboxing. David, we can't wait to watch you, man. Thank you so much for your time.
I can't wait to perform. Thank you. I
Have a
appreciate you,
great one,
George.
brother.
You have a good one. Yep, go
Let's go.
Chargers, baby. Let's
Let's
go.
go.